Picture this, a picture-perfect Saturday in Rosewood Bluffs, the kind of American suburb where every lawn is mowed to military precision and every mailbox matches the HOA-approved shade of beige. Then, out of nowhere, Brenda Whitaker, our beloved HOA president, all pastel polo and pearl-clutching smile, comes marching across my grass like she's the damn sheriff. No knock. No warning. She just beelines straight for the bright pink "It's a girl" baby shower sign my wife Mia painted by hand after 3 terrifying months on bed rest. Brenda's manicured fingers are already wrapping around the wooden post when I step out the front door. "Excuse me, Brenda," I say, voice calm as a frozen lake. That sign stays. She freezes mid-yank, turns with that saccharine smile that could curdle milk, and tilts her head like I'm the crazy one. "Oh, Ethan, honey." Section 14.2 clearly states, no temporary installations may remain visible from the street for more than 24 hours. It's an eyesore. It lowers property values. Think of the children. I almost laugh. The children? The same kids who draw chalk dinosaurs on sidewalks that suddenly became vandalism last month? Mia's inside resting after another doctor visit where they told us the baby's heartbeat is finally strong. And here's Brenda treating a hand-painted promise like toxic waste. I cross my arms, plant my feet, and drop the one sentence I've been waiting to use since she fined me 2 years ago for excessive holiday cheer when I left up one string of white lights past January 2nd. Actually, Brenda, the revised covenants you yourself voted on last spring say temporary displays under 36 hours are exempt if they're for family celebrations. Check page 17, paragraph 3. Or should I read it aloud for the neighbors watching? Her smile twitches. Just once. But the half-dozen rubberneckers on the sidewalk catch it. Someone's phone is already recording. Brenda adjusts her clipboard like it's a shield, mutters something about updating the language immediately, and stalks off with that stiff-backed walk of someone who just got publicly pantsed but refuses to admit it. The sign stays. The neighbors actually clap. Quiet, nervous claps, but claps. That should have been the end. Except with Brenda Whitaker, nothing ever ends. 6 minutes later, my phone buzzes. Mass HOA alert. Effective immediately, all yard displays, signs, and celebratory items require 30-day advance written approval. No exceptions. Violations start at $250 per day. Sent at 3:47 p.m. Exactly 7 minutes after she left my lawn. I stand there staring at the screen while Mia calls from the kitchen, voice soft and tired. "Everything okay, babe?" I tell her yes, but inside I'm already flipping through the HOA bylaws on my laptop like the code compliance consultant I am. 17 years reading building codes, spotting structural lies, catching contractors who think nobody's watching. Brenda thinks she's slick. She doesn't know I've been the guy quietly documenting her little kingdom ever since she slandered me 2 years ago as the troublemaker for daring to question her illegal pool fence. Back then the neighborhood believed her. Called me bitter. Avoided eye contact at the mailbox. I went silent. Watched. Learned. And now? Now the queen just poked the quiet guy who knows exactly where every crack in her castle is hiding. That night I sit on the back patio with a beer, the baby sign glowing softly under the string lights Mia insisted on. Brenda's new rule is already circulating on the neighborhood Facebook page with heart emojis and comments like, "Finally, some order." Meanwhile, I'm cross-referencing every amendment she's pushed through in the last 18 months. 0 meeting minutes. 0 votes. Just Brenda's signature and a smiley face stamp. Cute. The next morning the nonsense escalates. Old Mrs. Langston gets a $250 fine for the ceramic gnome she's had on her porch since 2018. Visual pollution, the notice says. Brenda's own yard? Still sporting that tacky flamingo collection she claims is grandmother chic. The hypocrisy is so thick you could spread it on toast. I don't yell. I don't post. I just start walking the greenbelt path every evening with my phone camera rolling discreetly. Because here's the beautiful thing about power-hungry Karens. They always overreach when they're scared. And Brenda is terrified. I can see it in the way she speed walks past my house now, eyes darting like she's waiting for me to strike. By day for the fines are raining like confetti at a parade nobody wanted. Marcus 2 doors down gets hit for his daughter's sidewalk chalk art. Unauthorized artistic expression. The teenage girl across the street is cited for parking her bike against the community fence for 12 whole minutes. Brenda's emails now read like manifestos from a dictator who's discovered emojis. For the aesthetic harmony of our beautiful community sparkles, I keep my mouth shut and my notebook full. Because while everyone's panicking, I'm mapping the real crime scene. 3 unpermitted retaining walls Brenda personally oversaw last summer. One of them is already cracking, leaking runoff straight toward the walking path. State Code Violation 101. The kind that gets cities involved. The kind that ends careers. I start having quiet conversations. First with Bob, the HOA treasurer, who looks like he hasn't slept since the Reagan administration. We meet at the clubhouse after dark. He's sweating through his golf shirt. "Ethan, I can't, she'll destroy me," he whispers, but his eyes say something else. I slide him a single printed page, just one of Brenda's forged meeting minutes. "Bob, I'm not asking you to go to war. I'm asking you to stop helping her burn the village." He stares at the paper like it's radioactive. Then he nods once. Small, but enough. Next comes the group chat that never existed before. Just 3 of us at first, then 5, then 12. People who've been fined for bird feeders, for flagpoles, for one guy's American flag that was too large by 2 inches. They send me screenshots, old notices, dates. The pattern is hilarious in the darkest way. Every time someone pushes back, Brenda rewrites reality within hours. It's like watching a toddler with a crayon trying to redraw the Constitution. Mia notices I'm quieter than usual. She finds me at 2 a.m., staring at spreadsheets. "You're doing that thing again," she says, hand on her belly. "The thing where you fix the whole world without telling anyone." I kiss her forehead. "Just making sure our daughter gets to grow up in a neighborhood that doesn't fine her for existing too loudly." She laughs that soft laugh that still makes my chest hurt in the best way. The same laugh she gave me after the last miscarriage scare when the doctor said, "Maybe that sign in the yard isn't just wood and paint." It's the first thing she created with hope in months. Brenda tried to steal that. So I keep building my case like the structural guy I am. Every fake amendment is another load-bearing lie. Every unpermitted wall is another crack. And cracks, they spread. By the week of the monthly board meeting, the whole neighborhood is buzzing like a kicked beehive. Brenda sends a preemptive email. Attendance is optional, but highly encouraged for those who value community standards. Translation: show up or else. I show up. Early. With printed packets. And a USB drive. And Bob sitting in the front row looking like he might puke, but also like he finally grew a spine. The room fills. More people than I've ever seen at these things. Brenda struts in wearing her "I'm just a concerned neighbor" face and a fresh layer of lipstick that screams overcompensation. She starts the meeting by praising herself for restoring order. That's when I stand up. "Brenda," I say, voice carrying across the silent room like a judge's gavel. "Before you vote on any more imaginary rules, maybe we should talk about the 3 retaining walls you installed last summer without permits. Or the fact that every single amendment you've passed in 2 years has 0 board votes attached." Gasps ripple through the crowd like popcorn. Brenda's face goes the color of spoiled milk. "This is highly inappropriate, Ethan. Personal vendettas have no place." I slide the packet across the table. Page 1. Your signature on a meeting that never happened. Page 2. State code violations on the drainage trench that's about to flood the greenbelt. Page 3. Sworn statements from 12 residents you've selectively fined while your own yard looks like a long-gnome brothel. Bob stands up next, actually stands, and his voice only shakes a little. She's been bypassing every procedure. I have the ledgers. I can't keep signing off on this. The room explodes. Not yelling. Worse. That low, dangerous murmur of people who've been pushed one pink sign too far. Brenda tries the classic Karen pivot. Tears, trembling lip. "I only wanted what's best for our beautiful community." But nobody's buying the act anymore. Someone in the back actually laughs. Dark, bitter, perfect. I don't gloat. I just hit play on my phone and let the recording of her 6-minute rule change after my yard play through the speakers. The timestamp is crystal clear. The hypocrisy lands like a slap. 2 days later, the city inspectors arrive. They don't knock politely. They bring clipboards, measuring tapes, and the kind of quiet authority that makes dictators sweat. Within 48 hours, the stop work orders are posted. Brenda's precious walls are deemed hazards. The HOA board, suddenly very awake to their own liability, calls an emergency vote. She doesn't even show up. Just emails a one-line resignation that reads like a hostage note. The new board? They're already rewriting the ridiculous rules. Chalk drawings are back. Flags fly again. And my baby sign. It's still there, ribbon fluttering like it's waving at the entire neighborhood in victory. Mia and I stand in the yard the evening the inspectors leave, her head on my shoulder, the sunset turning everything golden. "You really took down the queen," she whispers. I shrug. I just pointed out the castle was made of cardboard. The neighbors wave now. Actually wave. The same people who crossed the street to avoid me 2 years ago after Brenda's smear campaign. Funny how fast memories change when the bully loses the clipboard. So here's the question I keep turning over in my head while I watch my wife rest her hand on the growing proof that life wins. Was I the villain for staying quiet until I could strike precisely, or was Brenda the real criminal for turning a neighborhood into her personal fiefdom? Was the sign just a sign, or the match that finally burned down the whole absurd HOA empire? Drop your verdict in the comments. Because somewhere out there, another Brenda is eyeing another sign right now, and another quiet guy with a notebook is watching.